you don't want him to do the transition where it's pretty because he keeps his head down, but his whole shoulders will go down. Good. Yep, and touch him on the whip, touch him on the butt with the whip. And he pulls down. There you go.
Okay.
He understands that the whip means quick, it doesn't mean go. So when you make a down transition, just tap him a little if he starts to hit your hand. Because I'm trying to teach him that he has to stay up and not lean on your hands for the transition. And obviously on the first ride, you don't need to worry about that too much, but I just want to be honest and tell you everything where he's at in his training. Because you'll feel if you let him get heavy, he'll lay on you. He'll be very heavy. And really feel free to test him. If you feel like you need to flex and move him around. No, I think we both ride from the same school of training, so I certainly won't be offended. Good. And I do a lot of, bigger trot, little trot, when he starts to feel like he's falling under the bridle. I'll go into a little, not half step, but sort of a little baby trot for a few steps, and then say, okay, now you're in your balance, now you can go. There. Good. So he doesn't sucker you into holding him up. There you go. Good. That was a good correction for him. Good. When you need to correct his mouth, touch him with the whip. Say,
Okay.
Hind legs need to be quicker. Because you'll see on the video, they still look pretty, they look under, but you can feel it when he falls under your hand. There you go. Good. So there, I'd say stay with me, make a little trot, 2 steps, and then you may go again. Right. Touch him with the whip if you can. Anytime you feel him in your hand, make those hind legs step further under. That's the biggest difference. This horse has so much hind leg power, but he'll push it into the bridle if you let him. He needs to transfer it and make it sitting power. Good. There you go.
No.
And he's also just had me for 2 years, so. Good.
Yeah, you have to go calm, and then you try to sneak to get away from there.
Yeah.
And it's not bad, it's just like you said. You hit it on the head, easy.
Yeah. And it's much easier in a double because he's softer, but he's almost too reactive. So I always have to be a little careful because he'll hit the double sometimes and then he's like, oh, and it's too much. So I've had a little bit of trial and error period of, finding what's the right amount because sometimes I feel like the snaffle is not enough, but the double's too much.
Yeah.
So I've got him in the double with just a real short shank, easy curve. But I really don't think it's not his mouth, it's the hind legs that we need to keep saying, stay here, stay here, stay here, because
But I
there's so much push, he goes.
And it's so easy for him.
Yes. That's the thing, and that's what, we try to get across with the ad, is that this is an athlete, this is not a schoolmaster, and he takes a good rider to keep those hind legs under and to keep him in balance, and if you can keep it all together, he's a superstar. whip anyway and say, hey, my leg's sticking there. Just flex him a little bit, let him push his shoulders over here. He gets heavy on that left shoulder, and then he gets hard. So bend him outside and push his shoulders over here. There you go. And then let him be straight a step or two. I know how to do changes. Just a slight flexion to the outside and right his shoulders over here. There you go. Good. Right there. That's your spot. And then be soft and let him carry himself there. And use that like every step, every 2 or 3 strides if you need that correction, but make sure you're soft in between so you tell him carry yourself. There. Good. There's your spot. Drive the shoulder. Drive the shoulder. Always have hind legs ready to at your call. But if you don't control the shoulders with the hind legs, it becomes a foot. That's good. Okay, guys. Reorganize. And back to work. That spot where the shoulders stay between your knees. Good. Now just touch real quick. Say that time. Get back to work. There you go. There you go. Okay. So, it's good that he gives you some nonsense so you can feel what's in there. There. Have to make sure you have those moments where you just, even if you can only do it for 2 strides, where you just go neutral and say, you do this, it's your job. There. Touch him with the whip, lost the hind legs. Good. Okay, now neutral. Make that correction and be done with it. There you go. Because he'll go with you all day if you want to have a discussion with him, but you've got to make your correction and be done with it, and then he gets soft. Good. So like short and sweet, to the point, and then he's like, oh, okay, I gotcha. There you go. Good. Yes. Sensitive, but he's insensitive. Right. He's sensitive to the seat. Give him a little kick to say, get off my hand and get up here. Yep, and then neutral for a few strides. And then maybe a reminder with both legs and say, stay up here. Yeah, okay, stay forward. Good.
ADD.
Yep,
It's like, okay, I found something that's going to distract me from her,
yep.
and I'm going to stick with it. It doesn't work.
And, you know, I mean, I'm sure you could see it when I'm on him, but I know him so well that I can catch it before it even happens.
Yeah.
What I find really helps him though, when I feel like I'm struggling to keep his shoulders, go back into that little trot and get the spot you want, and then slowly make it bigger again. Because if he goes in the big trot, that's his comfort zone trot, it's sort of, he's just going. And keeping all the parts together becomes difficult. If you go to this little place where he has to really think about every footfall, then you can find your straightness and then work your way out of it. Do it like that. And then slowly make it a little bigger, and then the minute he starts to lose his shoulders, go back to the little trot again. So it's a little bit counterintuitive, how we're always taught to go forward to fix things. But really, if you think about it, we're taught to go forward because you need impulsion. Well, with him, you've got tons of impulsion. You need sit. So if you can rock him back and say, sit and stay with me till I find the straight spot where you're balanced over all four legs, then we need to go bigger. Because he wants to go bigger. So you go a little reverse psychology and say, no, go energy up, so it stays up in front and let go. Be neutral. Yeah, let him do it. Let him do it. Let him do it. Doesn't need to be so round, because that when he gets so round, goes that way. He needs to be a little more up and out.
Do you want to get back on and we'll work into that corner, or are you okay?
No, he's one of those, tomorrow's a whole new day. He doesn't carry anything over. He's extremely forgiving about whatever happens in the world, you know, it's like, you know, some horses will spook at the mounting block every single day.
Yeah.
He might spook at it today and tomorrow he doesn't care. He's not a drama queen that way.